Ruth Ware once again reminds me why she is the queen of suspense and one of my favorite authors. Erin and Danny work at a remote luxury chalet high in the Swiss Alps. Each week they serve as host, cook, concierge and housekeeper to a new set of pampered guests. This week, the guests are from a hot music app called Snoop. Snoop has brought their voting shareholders plus some of their key management for a retreat, but they are also there to discuss a recently received buyout offer. The problem is that the two main shareholders have opposite opinions on selling. Ava wants to sell immediately and make hundreds of millions of dollars. Topher wants to wait and take the company public at some point in the future. Ava and Topher each hold 30% and each has the support of one other shareholder, giving both sides 49% of the vote. Then there is Quiet, meek Liz, who holds the remaining 2%. That 2% makes her the deciding vote and the most powerful person in the chalet. You can only imagine the level of tension, competition and arguments at the chalet. On their first day of skiing, the skiers get separated and Ava does not return. To make matters worse, a huge avalanche hits the mountain, taking out the power, cell service, internet and cutting off the chalet from everyone and everything. Panic ensures, with no phone, internet or way down the mountain, they cannot contact ski patrol to find Ava. No one is holding out much hope of finding Ava alive. But then things get even worse. A Snoop employee is found dead in his room. And then another. It looks like Danny, Erin and the remaining Snoop team are locked in an isolated chalet with a killer. It could be any one of them. What I loved. There were so many things to love about this book, but if I had to pick, I say the combination of the suspense and setting. Tucked away in what should be an idyllic mountain getaway, the characters are stuck with a dead body and a potential murderer, with no help arriving, limited food and nothing to do but wait to see who will be next. I don't feel like I'm selling it well, but trust me, it really works. I loved Erin and Danny's friendship. They have an easy rapport, they are unquestioningly loyal to each other and they take care of each other. It's what a friendship should be. Most of the characters are hiding at least one secret and the reveals are so fun. The story is told alternatively from the points of view of Erin and Liz. They make great narrators because they are both natural observers, each for their own reasons. As part of the chalet staff, someone who has no connection to Snoop, Erin makes a fantastic observer. Also, some of the Snoop employees speak freely when she is in a room, almost forgetting that she is actually a real person versus part of the chalet's furnishings. Although she is a shareholder, Liz no longer works for Snoop. During her tenure there, she was mainly ignored and treated as the least relevant employee. Now that she holds the deciding vote, she is being wooed and everyone is showering her with attention. All these factors make Liz a fascinating narrator. The story would not have been as interesting or nuanced coming from anyone else. What I didn't love. One small complaint, the ending was a little too drawn out. This statement makes me sound impossible to please because I love a nicely sewn up ending, one where I am not left hanging. But this ending was a bit too long. I thought the book was already over, and I would have been satisfied with the ending, about 3 times before it was actually over. Overall, I highly recommend for fans of Her Highness, Queen of Suspense, Ruth Ware, and for anyone who loves a good, slow burn thriller.